I don't know if I'm getting too far ahead of myself. But I think I'm starting to think some things I probably shouldn't about this Steelers team heading into January. Maybe even February. Starting to have some dirty thoughts on what this Steelers team can do in the AFC playoff bracket. No Mahomes. If we win the division, no Lamar Jackson. No Joe Burrow. A bunch of sketchy-ass teams that are likely to be making this AFC playoffs. Bills, they've been choking in the playoffs. I mean, they got Josh Allen. He's going to be the best quarterback. But then you got the Patriots. What have they proven? Drake May's good. I don't believe in Bo Nix and the Broncos. Not at all. Trevor Lawrence, Jaguars. You kidding me? Texans and C.J. Stroud. I hope I'm not getting too far ahead of myself, man. I hope I'm not. But that looked like a pretty damn complete game from a Steelers standpoint tonight. I'll tell you what. Is it too soon? Is it too soon to be talking playoffs? Is it too soon to be talking about how the Steelers team can stack up with some of these other squads in the AFC that are going to be in the dance? Because, again, it's not going to be Mahomes. We know that for a fact. It's not going to be Burrow. Bo Nix, Trevor Lawrence, Drake May. Obviously, yes, Josh Allen. We got to pay him his respects. But the Bills have found ways to lose in these playoff games year in and year out. They can't be trusted. C.J. Stroud, Texans, they got a good defense, but I mean, their offense ain't anything crazy. Like, come on, man. Come on. We play like that. Aaron Rodgers plays like that. Defense plays like that. Why not us? Why not us? Again, I don't know if I should be having these thoughts. It feels wrong. It feels wrong because of how many times the Steelers let you down just when you think they're back, just when you think they're there. Is it different this time, though? Is it too late in the season for the Steelers to lose focus? Because usually when we're talking about the Steelers being back, being one of the top teams in the AFC, having a chance at the Super Bowl, it's like maybe middle of the season, or maybe it's too early in the season, or like last year, what was it? 5 or 6 weeks left in the season. When did we start really going downhill last year? I know we lost the last 4 weeks of the regular season, but we lost to the Browns on Thursday Night Football. I think that was at the end of November. So like we're a couple weeks past that point. December 15th, literally middle of December, only 3 weeks left. Like you literally can't lose focus right now. Steelers can't afford to lose focus. We're 8-6. We pretty much have to win out to make the playoffs. We could lose, I guess we could lose either the Browns or the Lions game, but we got to beat the Ravens. You have to beat the Ravens week 18. So, like, is it different this time? Is it different this time? Just as the Steelers are getting this momentum, offense looks good, defense looking really good. Typically, we see the letdown stuff happen. But maybe we're just too late in the season where we're not going to lose that focus. We're not going to have the letdown. Just saying. Just saying. And then if you look at this AFC landscape, it's for the taking, man. It's for the taking. Because I don't believe in any of these other teams in the AFC. You could say Steelers are like the sketchiest of the teams that are going to be making the AFC playoffs. But all the other teams are sketchy. So it's like, why not us? Why not us, man? David Schuler, 7756. Appreciate the $5, man. This is the team we've been waiting to see show up all year. Not even just all year. More like the last 5 years. This might be the most complete game I've seen from a Steelers team in 5 years. Again, a little unfortunate. We let up a couple touchdowns in the fourth quarter. I'm not going to be nitpicky tonight at all. I'm not bringing that up. and gonna belabor on that. No, not at all. Not at all. Game was over in the third quarter. This was the first time. This is what I mean. This is the first time it actually felt like game was over, third quarter. You could actually stop watching the game. You can maybe go cook yourself something to eat. Maybe you pack your lunch for work tomorrow. In the meantime, as the third quarter, fourth quarter is waiting down. That's what this game was. Because anything the Dolphins did positive in the second half of the third quarter and in that fourth quarter was legitimately garbage time. Legitimately. That was all garbage time. And who would have thought, too? I don't know if the timing's a coincidence or what, but I start making some hats. I start becoming a businessman. I branch out from just talking ball and start to focus on business, start to focus on some fashion, making some merch. And all of a sudden, Steelers are playing good. I don't know if it's a coincidence. You guys tell me. Is it a coincidence? I make these non-losing season champions hats. All of a sudden, Steelers are playing good. Must have been a wake-up call or something. And the beauty of these hats, though, is this. Because no matter what the Steelers do potentially in the playoffs, no matter how good they do rest of the season, I mean, these hats still stand. These are evergreen hats. You could win a Super Bowl and also be a non-losing season champion, right? But if we flail out rest of the season, then the hats stand there as well. Although we at least need to get one more win in these last 3 games to get to 9 wins. Yeah, shout out to Dylan Cook. Dylan Cook played really good. He's making me think. Almost like how James Pierre's been playing. 2 guys that you would never think will be like a long-term answer for the Steelers at such important positions like left tackle and cornerback. Now, this is only 1 game for Dylan Cook. Let's see what happens rest of the season. I'll put it to you this way. We might have a decision when Andrews Pete comes back. Dylan Cook played that good. He really did. Troy Aikman highlighted it on the broadcast, and I was texting my cousin. You guys know my cousin Steve. He's the show's insider. He's the YouTube channel, or the Deke YouTube channel's insider for Steeler news that breaks whenever I'm doing something. I'm chilling. Maybe I'm not on my phone or whatever. He'll text me saying, oh, this trade happened. Steelers signed this guy. And I'll get my news that way as opposed to through Twitter or through Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport. That's my insider. He's texting me during the game and saying, yeah, Dylan Cook playing pretty good. Not bad. I haven't noticed a bad play by him. And I'm like, yeah, I like what I'm seeing as well. I mean, Rodgers was getting the ball out quick, especially in the first half, but I didn't see Dylan Cook get cooked at all. In fact, I thought he played pretty damn well. Good problem to have, because obviously we'll have Broderick Jones coming back next year. We're going to have a decision, I believe, on his 5th-year option, right? And Broderick did all right. I think he improved as the season went on. Definitely had his rough patches first 3 or 4 weeks, but he played good. We felt like that was a loss when he went down and had to go on IR and miss the rest of the season. But it won't be that bad of a loss if Dylan Cook keeps playing like this. And then, again, you got if he plays like this rest of the season, you have decisions to make in the offseason. Have decisions, for sure. Although maybe not like big-time decision. Maybe you could just afford to bring Dylan Cook back and he could be like your 6th offensive lineman. Maybe I'm just getting too far ahead of myself here, even with this Dylan Cook talk. I said I might be getting too far ahead of myself with the playoff talk and the Steelers and, you know, how it looks like the AFC's up for grabs. Why not us? We play like this tonight. Why can't we be Super Bowl bound? Why not? We got a quarterback that's done it before, Aaron Rodgers, and he's playing like this. These last 2 weeks, he's playing like this. Dude, he's playing like a top 5 quarterback. He's playing like a top 10 quarterback. Lights out. Absolute lights out. Not playing like he's 42. Still got a cannon, still got a laser. You see some of those passes across the middle of the field. I know we complain about Steelers not passing it over the middle, but Rodgers did that tonight. We were doing – Arthur Smith was in his bag. Got to give him credit. And I don't think it's a coincidence. This is the other thing, too. I don't think it's a coincidence. We were talking about it with the Ravens game. We insert Thielen into the lineup. We insert an MVS into the lineup. Things start to open up on offense a little bit more for a DK Metcalf, for other guys. Kenneth Gainwell, I guess he's RB1 now. I'm more of a Jaylen Warren guy. I think he's better than Kenneth Gainwell. Got more pop to his game. But if Rodgers likes Gainwell a little bit more, which seems to be the case, then Gainwell is going to be out on the field more and he's going to be getting more touches. But he's doing shit with it. You know what I mean? Every opportunity he gets with the ball, he's actually a net positive. And I mean, I might be underselling it there by just saying, Kenneth Gainwell is a net positive. You look at the stats, he had probably, 120, 130 all-purpose yards tonight? Let me look at this. Let me get the stats up. Yeah, 13 carries, 80 yards, 6.2 yards per carry for Gainwell. And then he had 46 through the air. 7 receptions, 46 yards. So 126. Wow, I hit the nail on the head right there. 126 total yards for Kenneth Gainwell on 20 touches. I don't care who's getting the ball. I don't. As long as you're doing good shit with it, I'm not going to complain. And Kenneth Gainwell does that. I'm a Jaylen Warren fan. Always have been. But yeah, maybe he was just a little bit off tonight too with that illness. Was questionable for the game. It's not like he played bad. It's not like he played awful. But yeah, it just wasn't his night. He had 33 yards on the ground, only 2.8 yards per carry. 15 through the air on 3 receptions. So nothing. That's not a typical Jaylen Warren game. Not at all. But I do think when Jaylen Warren's out there, there is like this Najee Harris effect with him that we tip our hand that we're probably going to be running the ball. Whereas Kenneth Gainwell, it's a 50-50 proposition whether we're going to go on the ground or through the air. Either way, yeah, Kenneth Gainwell, really good. Really, really good. Intellectual Matters 2304. Deke, let's get past the first round of the playoffs before we think about the Super Bowl. And hey, if we make it, it's going to be a home playoff game because I think it's pretty much division or bust. Texans, one of the other teams in the wild card would have to absolutely start collapsing, like the Bills or the Texans, for us to have a chance wild card. So it's pretty much we got to win the division or bust, and that means we would have a home playoff game. Wow, Josh Hedge 8635, Cousin Steve merch, huh? Yeah, we could think about that. Connor Hayward game MVP. I would probably go. I would go Aaron Rodgers game MVP off the top of my head right now. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. Are you doing that just because he got some of the tush push plays and one of them resulted in a touchdown? Yeah, I would go Aaron Rodgers for MVP. If I had to do my top 3 stars, I don't know if I should do that today or save it for tomorrow. I kind of unveiled one of them early by saying Aaron Rodgers MVP. That would be my number 1 star. Who would I have for 2 and 3? Usually do it for the Monday show, but let me just look through this box score real quick and try to refresh my memory. Yeah, there's some guys on defense. I mean, DK had that nice touchdown. I mean, Kenneth Gainwell has to be in the top 3, I feel like. I would have to put Kenneth Gainwell in there. And then probably go with a defender. Yeah, who do you go? Cam Hayward played really good. We shut down Dolphins' running attack. And that was the key coming into this. With Tua being their quarterback, it being as cold as it was, stop their running attack. Because that's how they've been having success as an offense the last 4 weeks. Tua has turned the ball over less. He's been managing the game. But they've been getting like $150, almost like 200 on the ground the last 4 weeks. And that's what's been keeping their offense going. Make Tua try to beat you, and clearly he can't because he's Tua. And I've been trying to tell everyone that he's not good. He's not deserving of elite quarterback money, and the Dolphins made a big mistake by giving him $50 million a year. It's on display. Anytime he plays a good defense, anytime he plays in a big game, anytime it's late in the season, he has to play in a cold atmosphere. Dude, I swear to God, I could throw a better ball than Tua. I got more arm strength than Tua. You saw that pick to Asante Samuel Jr. Shout out to Asante Samuel Jr. for his first start in a Steeler uniform, getting that pick. Gave up that touchdown late, but it was good coverage. He was just small, too small in the play. We'll let it go. Again, that was all garbage time for Miami at that point. Game was over, absolutely over. I've been trying to tell people. So going back to what I was saying at the beginning of, am I getting a little too far ahead of myself with having these visions of the Steelers advancing in the playoff bracket, seeing them going deep in the tourney? Am I getting too far ahead of myself? Because this was against Miami, this was against Tua, and even though they were 6-7, have been playing better as of late, I said going into this, I don't think Miami's that good. Look at the teams they've played. Look at how they got 5 of their 6 wins. 5 of those wins have been against garbage teams. 2 of them were against the Jets. 1 of them was against the Falcons earlier in the year when they were god-awful. The only quality win was against the Bills, really. That's about it. And, again, Tua's not that good. So, like, what Tua did tonight's really not a surprise to me. Did he make our defense look better than what it is? I think next week's going to be a real true test. Like, we'll take this win. I'm really excited about this win. We actually looked like a complete team. We did what we were supposed to do with injuries, with James Pierre being out, with Derek Harmon being out, with TJ Watt being out, with us starting our 3rd left tackle on offense. I still said going into this game, no excuses. Like, we should still win this game. If this Steelers team is going to be for real, if this Steelers team is trying to actually be a playoff contender, if we're going to win the division, all that shit, then you just win this game. You find a way to win. You rise up to the occasion. And Aaron Rodgers, the offense, the defense, everyone did that. I guess except Boss. Really except Boss. He hit all of his extra points, but what, on the kickoff, he missed the window. He gave the Dolphins the ball at the 40 that one time, that one series. But no, actually, Waitman had some bad punts too. Yeah, I guess special teams wasn't like perfect actually. But who cares? When your offense and defense are humming like that, you can afford to have some hiccups on special teams here and there, especially in a game like this. Not the end of the world. I remember when we won the Super Bowl in 2008, we literally had the worst freaking punter in the league. Like, the worst. Would put our defense in the worst situations, but our defense was literally that good that it didn't matter. We would still get 3 and outs, ball right back to the offense, and Big Ben would deliver on game-winning drives. That's how the 2008 season went. Okay, come on, dude. We got a hipster in here. Tommy Vincent, 85, saying, Benny Sco is low-key team MVP. Come on, bro. Yeah, who would you guys pick for team MVP? Right now, I think it's got to be Rodgers. It really got to be Rodgers. He's been the steadiest player for the Steelers, and he plays quarterback, the most important position. The influence that he has, the leadership that he brings, and the good play that he's had overall. He's had a bad, 2-game stretch in the middle of the season there. Chargers game was bad, and then Bills game was bad. Other than that, he's been really quality. He's been really, really damn good. Tonight, another example of that. The last 2 games are his best games. And I look like an idiot for what I was saying a few weeks ago. Not only whenever I was suggesting, like, Rodgers, how bad do we need him for these upcoming weeks after he just fractured his wrist? We could let him sit. I wouldn't mind seeing what Mason could do. Like, not only was I saying that, acting like Mason Rudolph can run this offense at a similar clip to Aaron Rodgers, and potentially he could have a higher ceiling if given the opportunity. Obviously, that's not the case after seeing Mason for a full game and a half. But also, after that Bills game, when the sky was falling and the fire Tomlin chants were happening at Acrisure, and Rodgers looked like a shell of himself. He got absolutely drilled by, I believe it was Joey Bosa. Landed on his wrist, and this is while he was trying to play, doing all those snaps in the gun and in the pistol. Had that hard brace on. He gets drilled. Nose is bloody. I'm like, bro, how's it going to get better for Rodgers as the season goes on? 42 years old. Weather's getting colder. Already got the fractured wrist. Offense looks limited. And it's not all Rodgers' fault. It doesn't look like anyone's getting open for him anyway. And then we made some changes. We got Thielen in there. We got MVS in there. It seems like the wrist stuff isn't bothering Rodgers at all. It's healing up quite nicely, and he is getting better as time's going on. And that's why Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. That's why the greats are the greats. So you appreciate that. You just never know, though, right? You never know, especially from a guy coming from the outside in, like Aaron Rodgers. Like, we know with Ben, bro. Like, Ben's grinding it out to the end, man. Like, in his final season with that broken-ass team, we still make the playoffs because he's grinding the season out. December, he's playing some of his best ball, the game-winning drives. He had that 4-touchdown game against the Vikings. It's like, yeah, that's, you know what? That's just what the greats do. When there's adversity, when things aren't looking pretty, you have a bad game or two, there's a rough patch, they elevate when their backs are up against the wall. They elevate even to a higher level, and that's what Rodgers has been doing. So, I mean, you really appreciate that. We've gotten everything you could ask for from Aaron Rodgers this year, really. Not doing any of the McAfee Show media, not a distraction, no drama, and is playing really good. He's playing quarterback at a high level. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, because they said something on the broadcast. Oh, I wanted to mention this too, as I'm speaking about Aaron Rodgers, since we're on the topic. They said it. I don't know if you guys caught this, but this goes hand in hand with Rodgers is doing everything you could ask for to be a Pittsburgh Steeler, to buy into the culture. He said he didn't want it. Like, this is likely his last season. He said that on the McAfee Show. Remember whenever he made his announcement that he was going to join the Steelers, he said, yeah, likely this is going to be my last season. I wasn't a big fan of him saying that. He should have just said, like, yeah, I don't know. We'll let the season play out, and I'll decide when the 2026 offseason hits. I was like, do you have to make it about yourself right now? Do you have to potentially make this whole thing a retirement tour where everyone's talking about you for all these primetime games and week in and week out, it's the Rodgers show? But specifically, it was mentioned on the broadcast that Rodgers said he did not want a retirement tour. So you appreciate that. And that's probably why there hasn't been one from like a media standpoint or anything like that. You got it from Kobe, like Dwayne Wade, Dirk Nowitzki from like an NBA standpoint. And I didn't know what the energy was going to be. Early on when Rodgers first signed it, I didn't know. The way he was talking on McAfee, the way he was like, yeah, it's probably going to be my last season. Just the attention Rodgers brings in and of himself. Like, I didn't know if that multiplied with it being his last season, him announcing it. It was going to be a whole circus sideshow or anything like that. But no, he made it a point. He said he didn't want it to be that way. That's a Steeler mentality. That's a blue collar. That's a Pittsburgh mentality right there. Not make it about myself. Like, he's been awesome, bro. He really has been. Enough about Rodgers. What else do we want to delve into here? I'm gonna read some more comments. That's all we'll do. We'll let the comment section be our guide, because let me look to see if there's anything else I like really want to highlight. Yeah, defense as a whole just played good, man. 4 sacks, 4 different people. Ramsey, Hayward, Peyton Wilson, Zeze Otomoyo. Joe Buck didn't even know how to pronounce his name. Aikman's like, yeah, bro, I'm not even gonna try. And probably half of you guys don't even know who he is. I barely do. I just remember we signed him in the offseason. He was just like a D-line depth guy. Wasn't expecting anything from him, but we've had to go to him in the last several weeks because of the injuries we've been experiencing on the defensive line. Yeah, I guess he's not playing bad. Hasn't been playing too bad, at least. For this game. We'll say this game. Last couple, I think there's a lot of finger pointing we could do on the defensive line in the front 7 of not getting the job done with the 200-plus yard games given up on the ground. Asante Samuel Jr., already mentioned him. Patrick Queen was all over the place. That was one of his better games. Jalen Ramsey continues to be versatile with that sack, with playing safety, with being all over the field, making tackles. Just like what I saw as a whole, man. Defense played like a Steelers defense should play. It was literally a throwback Steeler game, in my opinion. It was. From start to finish. And I didn't even, because some of you guys can maybe complain about what we were doing in the first half and how we were playing conservative. As weird as it's going to sound, I didn't mind it because they knew the feel of the game. Tua in the cold, as long as we can stop the run, it's likely Miami's offense ain't going to do jack shit against us. And the defense held up. Like, they held up. They played good. They held their own. They did. They made it a point that Dolphins offense wasn't doing anything against us. That's what the first half looked like. It wasn't like Dolphins were just screwing stuff up, dropping balls and everything. No, defense played good. Defense played good enough in the first half. And then from an offensive standpoint, it's like you don't got to do anything crazy. I know we were a little conservative, but it's not like we weren't moving the ball. There was the one drive we got it down to field goal range, but then Rodgers took a sack. That was unfortunate. Got us out of field goal range. And there was a couple other times we got the 3 and out, but like the play on third down was literally like just this close from getting a first down. Like we were a yard away from converting on the third down, and it was like 4th and 1. But we were punting it just because we knew the defense was playing good, and Miami has Tua as their quarterback, and you're not going to be worried about explosive plays with Tua. As long as you can stop the run, you're going to be able to keep them in check. So I was fine with that like kind of conservative approach, and then just like kind of feeling out the Dolphins defense from a Steelers offensive standpoint, and then just letting our defense play good and control the game. And then we got the 7 points right before the half. We got the 7 right after, and then the floodgates just opened, and we took care of business second half. It was just all Steelers rest of the way. Like I liked it. It was a methodical win, I feel like. It was the game plan, the thought process of the game script of how we win this one, how we get out of the stadium with a win. I think it was great, top to bottom. Tomlin, coaching standpoint, players actually executing, playing well. It was a Steeler game, man. Like the defense, really in that second half. Once the offense got going and we got up 2 scores coming out of halftime, defense was playing with their hair on fire. Defense was playing with momentum, with confidence. Like they knew what they were doing out there. Like they were setting the tone, and it didn't matter what Tua and Miami's offense was going to be trying to do. We're just going to stop you. Like you could try to run here. No, we're going to play aggressive. We feel confident. Offense is picking us up right now. We're playing with a 2-score lead. We could play freely. And it was nice to see. Nice to see just an all-around complimentary game from this Steelers team. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. Craven 88 says probably an overreaction, but Cook looked like a starting left tackle. He looked good, man. Yeah, I think if he keeps playing like that, you're probably just going to keep him in. I was going to say there's a conversation between Pete and Cook, because I think Pete's been playing all right for us too. But I think you just keep Cook in. More upside, more potential, younger player. Why not? We have Nanons. Herbig rarely on the pass rush. I hope that's not our scheme for the Lions or the remainder without TJ. Whole line stepped up, though. I get what you're saying there. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Maybe it was just against, although I don't know what they're going to do against the Lions. Lions are just a better team. I was going to say maybe it's just a Miami thing where we're more worried about the run and them just doing a pitch or doing some little shit with their like running backs, try to get them in space, and we feel better about Sawyer in this. And I don't know. I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying. Like even if it is a passing situation, we're worried about Dolphins utilizing running backs, but I'd still probably prefer Herbig in that spot. I'm with you there. I'm with you. But Lions, you got to worry about everything with the Lions, run and pass. Very multifaceted offense. Yeah, we were like, even though we had a conservative approach on offense on the main downs, once we were 4th and short, I liked us going for it, doing the tush push, actually being up on the times with doing the tush push. We talked about that last year. We see all these other teams around the league doing the tush push. Why aren't we doing it? It's like a gimme on 3rd and short or 4th and short. It can keep our offense on the field, which helps our defense, which helps our team. So why aren't we up with the times? It's a legal play. It's been a legal play for years. You see the Eagles taking advantage of it. Other teams are taking advantage of it. Why aren't we? And we figured out a way to do it this year with getting Connor Hayward under center. And it's worked the majority of the time. It has. Maybe it's only once or twice where it hasn't. But it's a good play. It's a good thing to have in our back pocket on those third and shorts and fourth and shorts. We used the middle of the field. Yes, Rodgers was passing over the middle. It is called coaching, and so you give credit where credit is due there. Absolutely. Yeah, are those the vibes right now? Yinzer yawn, extend and promote Tomlin. Let's see how the season plays out. That's all. I mean, that was the realistic approach even when everything was going to shit. That was the realistic approach. We still had a season in front of us. So if Tomlin rights the ship here, can flip the narrative, I'm all for keeping Tomlin. All for it. We win the division. We do some damage in the playoffs. I'm all for keeping Tomlin. Things were looking very bleak middle of the season, though. And I think there was a reason for the fan unrest, the fan uneasiness. No playoff wins, 8 years. We're getting the doors blown off us at home against the Bills. It happened against the Packers on Sunday Night Football. We look like an incompetent team. The defense is getting shredded apart, 200-plus on the ground. We're losing a stronghold on our AFC North lead. That's slipping away. Ravens take the AFC North lead ahead of us. So I guess it's terrible. I guess it's looking exactly like last season. It's looking exactly like a bunch of these other seasons where we collapse and we don't look like real contenders. We're frauds. Smoke and mirrors. But hey, maybe the timing was right for our collapse this year, where it was kind of middle to middle late season, and backs up against the wall with 4 or 5 weeks left, and this is where we respond and we play our best football, end of December into January. Maybe it ends up all working out. The Fire Tomlin chants are the spark. The non-losing season champs hats are the spark that this team needs. The wake-up call. Because you heard it, and I said it on today's video. Like, you heard it from Cam Hayward, you heard it from Jalen Ramsey, where their energy was all about backing Mike Tomlin still. Like, they were like, yeah, those chants were kind of Bush League. It was BS. If anything, we took them as a call for player accountability, because it's not on Mike Tomlin. Like, he does get us prepared. We don't want to be making Tomlin look bad anymore. Like, we really got to step up. We never thought it was going to get to this point where literally the home fans were chanting to fire the head coach, to fire the guy that's been here for 18, 19 years and has a Super Bowl and has a Hall of Fame resume. Like, we really got to that point? Kind of did, Kind of did. So how do you respond? And the players are responding. They still got Tomlin's back. And I think that's the energy you need. Like, that's the response that you want to hear. Because here's my thing. What if the Fire Tomlin chance didn't happen? And it's just like fans are just leaving the stadium. It's ho-hum. It's like, another non-losing season, whatever. On to next year. Tomlin's just going to be back. And it's going to be the same old shit. It's like, I don't know. Do the players respond to that? Or is it just kind of like status quo? It's a good thing to think about. This is Be Back 929. This is the time to get hot. Absolutely. Absolutely. What else we got in here, man? Shout out to everyone here. We got 800 people, man. 800 people in the house. That's nice after a Steelers dub. Omega Oblivion 2 says the chance meant nothing. It was a bad game. That's all. Yeah, I don't think it was that deep. I think it was just a culmination of everything that's taken place, not only this season, but over like the last 4 or 5 years. It's like we've gone through all these different coordinators. We've gone through all the different quarterbacks. We've booed a bunch of different players, a bunch of different coaches. Canada, we're talking about firing Terrell Austin. And we've hit a point where it's just like, all right, the same shit's popping up again of us getting the doors blown off, us looking incompetent, us looking unprepared, players lacking effort. It's like there's only one more guy to blame, right? There's only one more guy to point to. He's been the common denominator through all this. It's like, yeah, like we gotta say something here. We gotta say something. I saw one of the comments on today's video too. It was funny. It was like, what else were like the fans supposed to chant? Were they supposed to chant, "Oh, players play better, execute better"? It's like, no, no. Yeah, I think the energy was like warranted in a way, right? Because are the fans that invest their time, invest their money into going these games just supposed to say, "Oh man, this is cool. This is what the Steelers are supposed to be." I love seeing our defense give up 240 plus on the ground at home. You love seeing that. You love seeing us take a lead going into halftime and it not be a lead in the matter of 2 minutes, and us being down 2 to 3 scores second half, and us looking like a team that can't even compete in the AFC at home. You love to see that. Love to see that, right? No, it's like, no, we're pissed off about the state of the Steelers right now. Not happy about this at all. Adam True 5018 says players play, never Tomlin's fault. I don't know if that's sarcastic, but yeah, I mean that's the obvious balance, right? Yes, players do got to play, but coaches also got to get the players prepared. They also set the tone, they set the culture. Tomlin has a large say in what players are here and how players are disciplined, or what play is allowed on the field. Like if there's poor play, is there accountability? So there's that balance always with that type of thing. But yeah, if Cam Hayward's right and he's saying it's more on the players, then it's like, show us then. Show us it's more on the players than it is Tomlin. Because up to this point, Tomlin's been the common denominator through all these different teams over the last 4 or 5 years, and you could take it back to the last 8 to 10 years and us experiencing similar results. So if it's true, if Tomlin really is getting the players prepared, like, show us. Like, why are players lacking effort? Why do players look unprepared out there? Who's that on? If it's on you, then I don't know why. Like, I guess, why are you still playing? That's another thing. Like, yeah, there's just there's a whole circle and cycle you could talk about with that. Head coach, players, that type of thing. I think criticism has been deserving of both, though. We'll put it. I think that is fair to say. That is definitely fair to say. Yeah, Jonnu Smith, like, everything was going right for us today, huh? Everything was going, or tonight, I guess you could say. Jonnu Smith even got a rushing touchdown. My God. You know you're humming if Jonnu Smith's getting a rushing touchdown for you. He even got some catches, too. Did some decent things in the offense. I actually saw how maybe he could have a role with the current guys that are in place, with Thielen and MVS getting upgraded. Maybe Jonnu Smith could still be out there. Darnell Washington, though, clear as day. Whenever you get him the ball, good things happen. Freiermuth was getting some catches. Yeah, Rodgers spread the ball around. How many guys caught passes from him? It had to be like 9. I think it was up to 8 at one point. It might be like 9 or 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. It was 9. 9. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. No, it was 8. Calvin Austin got a target, not a catch, though. Dude, I feel bad for Calvin Austin sometimes, seeing him out there. It feels like every time he gets the ball, he's getting drilled. He's taking a big hit. Swear. Yeah, it was an awesome pass from Rodgers. Pass to DK, the one in like double coverage in between the zones. And DK took care of business. Stiff arm Minka, said, "Move, get out of my way." Got the touchdown. What's the difference in the offense last 2 weeks? Veteran receivers, Deke? I think so. I think there's a comfortability with Rodgers and MVS, and for whatever reason with Thielen too. I know they have a good relationship. They never played on the same team together, but I think there is something to that vet kinship between Thielen, Rodgers. Been there, done that, and Rodgers can expect Thielen to be in certain spots. And again, that opens things up for the rest of the offense, because if Rodgers actually has faith in Thielen or MVS as a target, that means the defense got to pay attention to that. And that means you can't be doubling DK the whole time. And you saw that early in the first half. Like, they were doing some double with DK early in his routes, but then they were letting him go, getting the single, and Rodgers started to take advantage of that. I don't think it's a coincidence at all. I really don't. I mean, and obviously with us getting Darnell involved, because we were still putting some heavy personnel sets out there. Now, there were sometimes we had receiver, we were motioning them in to play at the line of scrimmage and block. It was some interesting shit that we were doing out there. Combination of Arthur Smith, I think, calling some good stuff. Rodgers getting into good plays and good checks. I liked what I saw. Maybe we're just playing the result, but hell, I even said in the first half I like what the offense was doing, even though it only resulted in 7 points. I did like I liked the strategy, and I like. In the second half, though, we took it up to another level. Because you could, if we would have kept playing like we did in the first half, which maybe we were in a way, it was just all building to what took place in the second half. But it's like, yeah, we could have won that game like 14-6. But I'm happy the way that it played out, and we actually put our foot on the gas, closed it out, middle of the third quarter, game over. We're up 4 scores. What was it, 28-3? I guess that's technically 3 scores. That's why Dolphins were going for 2, because they could have got 8 points 3 times. Never mind. Or no. That's 4 scores. It is 4 scores. I'm sorry, because that would have only got them 27. 4 scores. I was right. Dark win 9,000. Why is Roman deactivated? I don't think it matters at this point. If the offense is playing like this, even if Roman was activated, you have 3 to 4 guys ahead of Roman in the receiver room, but you also have probably Darnell, Kenneth Gainwell ahead of him from a target standpoint too. So he'd be like probably the 8th target out of all of our guys on offense, because don't forget about Muth and Jonnu Smith. It's just not his year. I think that's what it comes down to. Not his year for whatever reason. Some of it could be on Roman. A good part of it's probably just chemistry wasn't built between him and Aaron Rodgers throughout the course of all this. And like I said, it's not. It could very well be not all on Roman Wilson, because Rodgers may just want details a certain way, and he wants intricacies with the routes a certain way, the timing, and it's just not happening with Roman. It's not. Roman's doing the route running good, but to Aaron Rodgers' liking, to Aaron Rodgers' preference, maybe it's just not all the way there. Who knows? That would be my guess, though. Lima Swede, because Lima Swede cost us games. Absolutely Lima Swede. Question is, who is the bigger receiver bust, Lima Swede or Roman Wilson? Absolutely Lima Swede, not even a doubt. Let's see what other comments we got. What am I missing here in terms of takeaways? I mean, I went for it at the beginning. I'm talking playoffs. I'm talking Steelers being back. Listen, man, it's just, why not? Why not? No Mahomes, no Lamar if we win the division, no Burrow. Bunch of shaky quarterbacks in the AFC playoff race, and a Josh Allen with a Bills team that, again, consistently has found ways to lose in the playoffs. Missing field goals, penalties, whatever it is. Even with Josh Allen playing well, they have found ways to lose. So it's like, can you trust them? Can you trust any of the other teams with their inexperienced quarterbacks? Bo Nix, I think he's not that good. He's basically like Baker Mayfield. He's like a better version of Tua. He's just in that class of not elite. I think that's Bo Nix's ceiling. Not elite. Drake May, I think, is good, but inexperienced, and I don't think Patriots have that many weapons on offense. I mean, Stevenson is good, but whatchamacallit, the Henderson. Henderson's really good. I mean, they're rookie running back. They don't have really receiving targets. They're playing good ball. I get it, but there's no one on that team that really worries me. Hell, we beat them. I mean, we beat them week 3. Now, a lot of things went in our favor, but I think we're a different football team than that Week 3 game, and Patriots probably are too. I think they're a little bit better. Drake May's better than what he put on display Week 3, but if we're talking about them being like the top team in the AFC, it's like, man, I don't know. There's no reason why we can't beat them. There's no reason why you're feeling nervous going into that game. Texans with Stroud, we already talked about that too. Good defense, but Stroud, it's like he never really lived up to what the hype was coming out of his rookie year. He's like a top 15 quarterback, top 10 to 15 quarterback, I'd say. And if we got Rodgers playing the way that he is right now, it's like, yeah. I would like our chances in some sort of quarterback duel there. Might be a low-scoring game, though. Well, it depends on what the hell our defense does, too. But if our defense plays like that, then, yeah, it could be a low-scoring game against that Texans team and their defense. Isaac Rodriguez, 382, daily dose of fire, Terrell Austin. I'm good after this game. We could save that. I'm definitely good on that. I'm good on the fire, Tomlin. I'm good on the fire, Terrell Austin. Dude, we keep him. Keep him if we keep playing like this. That's the beauty of this thing. Yeah, I think Buffalo, because of Josh Allen, for sure. For sure, because they have Josh Allen. They will have the best quarterback in the playoffs. And you saw what happened last week against the Patriots. They were down 21-0. For sure. But they have a very flawed team. They have, like, their team's way worse than their teams of the last 4 or 5 years that have lost in the playoffs. Maybe you could say Josh Allen is better than ever, but their team is way worse. Outside of James Cook, like, weapons on offense are worse. Defense is sketchy as hell. See, I'll say that Josh Allen doesn't fold in the playoffs. He doesn't. That's what I'm saying. His team does. Like, the Bills have folded in the play. They have found ways to lose in the playoffs. It's not Josh Allen's fault. Josh Allen has played really good against the Chiefs, in fact. All right, what else we got? Might be it. Might be it. Anything I didn't mention that needs addressed? I don't think so. I don't think so. That might be it for today. Oh, here we go. Yeah. They're always in play. That's what I said earlier. Knight Rider 16. Appreciate it, bro. Yep. The non-losing season champs hats. This is the beauty. This is the genius of the hats. They're evergreen. Because if we win a Super Bowl, if we go deep in the playoffs, we're still non-losing season champions. The streak still continues, right? The streak still continues. In fact, if we win a Super Bowl, these hats are, I don't even know what you'd want to call it. They're magic. They're the mojo. They're the catalyst that sparked it. I make the hats, all of a sudden we go on a run. So it's like, no matter what way you want to look at it, non-losing season champions hats, they're still in play. They're evergreen, and they're dope. Like, they're swag, man. Like, these are dope hats. You wear them with anything. Wear them out. Wear them to the bar. Wear them to dinner. Wear them to lunch. Grab a coffee. Wear them in the house. Yeah, one more win. Actually, I need this one, like, from a money standpoint, not only for the hats, not only for business, not only for the hat business, but I also need the extra win for some of my bets. I got a lot of money on the Steelers over 8.5 wins. So not only am I making the hats, I also put my money where my mouth was before the season started by betting the Steelers over 8.5. Decent amount of money, decent chunk of change. How much are the hats? $33. Is it 30? It might be $33.99. I might have used the with the marketing trick instead of $33.99. link. I think where do is it showing up on this video? I don't know how to put the link in the comments and like pin it. Probably missing out on some good opportunity there. But it's I'll put the link in the comments right after the video. Deke/merch. Deke. No, not slash. Deke. Is it hyphen? Like a hyphen merch.store? That's the website. You get them in the gold or the white. The white right here. I'll post the link in the comments right after. Do they come signed? Damn, you guys want me to sign them? I don't. You know what? I don't have my hands on the inventory. Because if I did, you guys wouldn't be getting the hats till like next year. if it was on me to run logistics on this shit, good luck getting the hats. I would be stealing all your guys' money. No, it's a good thing I have it set up the way that it is. No, it's like shipped to you like on demand. Like they're gonna make it on the spot. They'll send it to you. But they're dope hats. They're really dope hats. A bunch of my friends got them. They're really sick. So they're not signed. But if I run into you guys at some point in the future and you got the hat, you want me to sign it, I'll definitely do it. I've signed some terrible towels back in the day. Maybe I could, you know what? Maybe I could get hats if you guys are like legit interested in like signed hats, and you guys aren't just like gassing me up like that. Then maybe I could get some. I'll get some hats sent to me. I'll get some, and then I could sign. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm due for a giveaway. I'm definitely due for a giveaway on the channel. I think I actually owe. Cause I think I said I was gonna. If any of you guys are real ones and we're here for the draft, I think I said if I got to like 32,000 subscribers, I would do a giveaway for Franco Harris. Like maybe I was saying the milestones for the channel, I want to be like Steeler related. So the next one could be 36,000 for the bus. Next one after that, 43,000. Troy. 47,000 Mel Blount. I'm just thinking of like iconic numbers. Instead of just the typical like 30K giveaway, 40K, 50K giveaway, we'll do like Steeler numbers. And I think I let that one slip past me, the 32K, and haven't done the giveaway. So I owe for that. But maybe I could throw some hats. I'm saying throw some hats in a giveaway along with like a big prize or two. 90K for TJ. I don't know. He's got to win a ring first. No, we'll do 90K for TJ. I guess. Even though he's having his worst season in a while. And he's stealing money from the Steelers. Do we like that giveaway idea? Yeah, we'll do something like that. I'll do a jersey. And because the thing with a jersey giveaway, I don't know how you guys feel about it. Oh wait, I was thinking this too. I got some like old Pro Bowl jerseys that I don't really wear. Maybe that could be the giveaway. Would you guys want? I got like a sick Troy P one. I got a Hines Ward one. I don't know if I'll give away I wouldn't give away my Big Ben one. But I got some Pro Bowl jerseys. I was either thinking that or like just a New Jersey giveaway. And like you guys could pick the jersey, because I feel bad if like I make it 32K, I'll give away a 32 Franco Harris jersey. It's like, what if someone else wants a different jersey and not Franco Harris? Like I'll let it be optional. Retroactive 7K. I might have did a 7K one actually. I can't remember. One-on-one Zoom call with AID 1,000. That's funny. Wow, that could be lucrative actually. I wouldn't even have to do any work. A James Washington jersey. All right, guys. That might be it. Stay tuned for the giveaway. Hold me to this. Whoever's here tonight in any of my videos this week, like hold me to, like put me on blast in the comments. Say like, Deke, you have the giveaway. When's the giveaway? Maybe we do it for Christmas. Actually, that would be cool. That would be cool. I don't know if I want to work on Christmas, like Christmas Day, but around Christmas, maybe we do the giveaway. All right, I'm out of here. Stay chilling. Get your non-losing season champs hats. Link in the comments. Link in the description. They're evergreen. They're dope. Wear them out. You'll get compliments. People love them. Peace. Here we go, Steelers. Great one.